G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game spawning up in the north side of the map. We've got Demon Sheep from Taiwan playing the English in the color blue, opening us up with a double scout opening. This is something that we've seen quite a bit coming out of pretty much every single civilization on every single map. It's rare not to see a double scout opening these days. So going to be doing his best to try and find all the sheep that he can. He's going to be going up against Casper, who spawns in the south of the map, playing the English as well in the color red. So we've got ourselves an English mirror on King of the Hill. Also going to be doing a double scout opening. So we are seeing double scout openings absolutely everywhere. It is beautiful to see. I love it. I love it to pieces. It's great. Give me these double scout openings. It's a little bit more aggressive when you've got these double scouts. Nice little sheep pinch coming away there from Casper. Doing a good job of taking the sheep away there from Demon Sheep. And there's going to be a lot of Strelbora this game. I can tell you that much. If you came to this channel and you were looking for Strelbora, you are in the right place. This is the right video, the right channel for you, because there is going to be Strelbora all around this game. Speaking of Strelbora, how's going to be going down for Casper? Mining camp going to be dropped down. Nothing real irregular when it comes to these build orders. Demon Sheep going to be doing the same thing. So we've got 7 villagers on food, 1 villager going out and building this mining camp on the same side of the map. We've now got 7 villagers on food, 2nd villager coming out. Look at that. They are mirroring their builds. What am I trying to say? Mirroring? Oh, that's a tough word to say. They're mirroring each other's build orders at this point in time. And looking pretty good as they do it, honestly. So far, I mean, Casper's at a significant lead here. But Casper got to be careful. Looking for a potential snipe right there on the scout. Oh my lord, that scout managed to get down to 16 health. Casper manages to keep it alive. You can see that Demon Sheep wants those sheep. He is indeed named appropriately. He wants those, and he's very hungry for those sheep. But we'll do a little bit of a scout check or a sheep check. So at this point in time, looks like Casper going to have plenty of sheep underneath his town center. Demon Sheep, on the other hand, looking a little bit demonic. That scout managing to stay alive, 26 health. It obviously doesn't want to go anywhere near that town center. 6 sheep behind it. Managing to pick up, I think he managed to get 2 from over on the east side of Demon Sheep's base. So nice little amount there. But it looks like now Demon Sheep has managed to find 4 sheep in the center of the map. So he's going to be feeling a little bit better about that. They came in late, but hey, it's better late than early. Better late than early. Better late than never. Now the lumber camp going to be dropped down as well. Do we have a lumber camp coming out for his opponent, Casper? No, doesn't look like it. Casper instead going to be aging up a little bit sooner. But we actually see the long distance potential lumber camp that's going to be coming down here. And I do like this position from Casper. It makes a lot of sense. So instead of coming out here on this map, King of the Hill, when you spawn in, you don't actually get a large amount of wood. You just got a very small amount of wood. Not a lot of stragglers. I mean, you've got 2 or 3 that are here. Take a look down at Casper's base. It looks like he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe a 5th. I guess you could call these some stragglers. Not really. They're not that close to the town center. But, you know, this, on the other hand, is absolutely awesome. That's exactly what you want. 51 in that, or it's a little bit more than that. It's probably about 55, 60 trees. But that is great. That's going to last you at least 10 minutes. Only issue is yeah. Right there. You get a scout on this side, you get some longbows on this side, and you got yourself a problem. So you kind of want to keep this hidden. So let's hope that Demon Sheep doesn't spot that one out. If you're a Casper fan, if you're a Demon Sheep fan, then let's hope that he does, because this is a very open point. Now compare that over to his opponent's base. Have a look at that. You've got 67 trees that are back here. 67 trees. That's like 10 minutes of cutting non-stop right there for an English player. And that's on the back as well. So if you really wanted to, you could put your lumber camp here and just start digging, wall that right there, and no one is ever going to spot this out. Like, that is, you know, the difference in spawns here really, you know, it's something to be said. It's kind of crazy. But obviously Casper, I mean, when you look at his spawn, doesn't really have a lot of options when it comes to his lumber. Like, this is the closest lumber he's got on the west side. And, you know, if you're a fan of The Simpsons, you'll know west side is the best side. Who is it? I'm trying to think of her name. Stay off the west side. Number 1. What's her name? God. I can't think of the name. Oh my gosh. I can't think of her name. She's the real estate agent, and she's the number 1 realtor on the west side. Stay out of the west side. Anyway. Casper now going to be reaching that age up a little bit ahead of his opponent. You can see 447, a little bit delayed, but behind this, it looks like probably just going to be sticking to mass longbows. Probably going to be the play of the day. I wouldn't be surprised if we see either player go for anything different. Still a lot of resources banked up. We actually see him dropping down a stable. We have ourselves a stable. Demon Sheep, on the other hand, just going to be going for longbows, so no stable for him. Looking to wall up some of these choke points. You can see there's quite a big choke points in the middle of the map. Casper, not really that bad. I mean, Casper's base is a lot more defensive, I would say. Demon Sheep, on the other hand, got a pretty nice base, but Demon Sheep also going to be opening up with a stable. So both players doing stables blind in this matchup, and that's cool to see. You know what I would love to see in this matchup? So this is like where it comes down to theory crafting and about how the matchup works. Okay, so both players open with the council hall. Both players are making longbows, right? That's what you think. So as a result, you see players go for the stable instead. Okay, so now it becomes like when you've got a stable, it's a little bit easier to kill villagers, but a lot harder to keep them in the town center. So what am I thinking about? I'm thinking about doing like a fast castle. If you go fast castle into knights, that could totally fucking destroy in this matchup. If you go fast castle into knights, because you think about it, right? Your enemy, who is making longbows, is kind of waiting for you to make, is waiting in their base, and you're waiting in your base. Like you can make longbows and attack your enemy, but if you do, then they're just going to have a defender's advantage. Whereas if you can totally just go fast castle. I'm calling it. I want to see, like, hopefully there's someone high level who's watching this, and in an English matchup they actually work it out. It makes sense in an English mirror to do the fast castle. But nonetheless, we don't see players doing it today. Instead, we are going to be seeing the council hall, the stable, and actually from Demon Sheep, we do see the triple combination coming out for him. So he's going to be looking to do every single unit, at least one of them. Managing now to have this wall idled up a little bit, and now longbow is going to begin pushing out. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a large mass of longbows beginning to build up for Demon Sheep as well. Just obviously he's on the defensive, so it makes a lot of sense. Double broadaxe actually going to be coming out for him as well. So I think it was Viper that did the double broadaxe, like the fast feudal into double broadaxe build. It was a very funny one. 15% increase on the wood gathering rate, so nothing to sniff at when you think about it like that. But behind this, both players looking to play quite passively, and we've already got farms beginning to come out from Casper. So he's already dropped down 5, so definitely looking to think a little bit more about playing defensive at this point in time. But these walls still preventing any kind of attack. No real age up in queue at the moment, or in the plans, in the works at the moment. But just a little bit of scouting happening. And we can see that plenty of these horsemen are out, and it really changes the way the game is played. And I've got to say, I love this change. I think it's such a smart move for them to add that extra little bit of armor to the horsemen. It just makes them so much more viable, especially going up against the longbow, which has got that little bit more pierce. It really makes all the difference. And it means that in these mirror matches, you actually start to see variety. Because it used to be, for anybody who watched it, I mean, I remember watching a Don Artie game, and I think there was like 500 longbows made on each side. It was a mirror. It was like England versus England, and it was just longbows. The whole game was just longbows. I don't even think they made like mangonels, because back then it was like, that was when springles were actually good, or not actually good, but like, you know, people knew about springles. So you make a mangonel, they just get killed with springles. So it was just like full longbows. It was crazy. But now it looks like a little push might be coming out in the middle from Casper. Demon Sheep doing a good job just to scout it out. You hear the Strelboras getting shouted out. I know you guys come for the Strelbora. Doesn't necessarily mean you stay for the Strelbora though. You come for the Strelbora, you stay for the Australian accent, I guess, maybe. Longbow numbers for Demon Sheep not looking the best. Considering his enemy's got quite a large mass of cavalry, it really is a little bit concerning at this point that his numbers are dwindling. That you come for the Strelbora, you stay for the Abuga. I like that. Every time we hear that Strelbora, or that Abuga, I'll just shut up. Strelbora. Can we get some Abugas? What does Strelbora even mean? Because they yell it when they're attacking as well, right? What about these ones? Abuga Strelbora. What does Abuga mean? So if Strelbora is like... Strelbora is string bearer. So like archer. And then Abuga. Abuga... Abuga just means they're very excited to see you. Demon Sheep going to be under attack over on this western flank now. He's managed to seal up the eastern flank. Still got quite a bit of a hole in the front here. I'm not sure if he realizes that about that. But now it looks like the Strelbora is going to be pushing through. Strelbora. There we go. There's our Strelboras, our string bearers coming through. Behind this, it looks like the Blacksmith going to be coming down for Caspar. So probably looking to drop down a ram. But I got to say, this composition coming out from Caspar looking very, very strong. My main concern is that his opponent, Demon Sheep, not really... He's got the barracks down. He's got the stable down. But he doesn't have a lot of units coming out of them. So, you know, you can have all the Strelbora that you want. But if you don't have Abugas to, like, defend them, then your Strelbora are going to be... a deader? I don't... See, these voices are just nowhere near, like, Strelbora. They're just nowhere near the same level. I love the English is so good, dude. Oh, the scouts actually have the most annoying voices. Strelbora. Alright, looks like we have a bit of a fight. Sorry, this has been quite a dull game, I'll be honest with you guys. A little bit of jostling back and forth for positioning, but not really a lot. Fair bit of damage coming out onto those horsemen. You got to be careful engaging with those. Once the numbers of longbows actually move towards that critical mass, that's where it becomes difficult. And Caspar obviously trying his best to sort of jostle in and out, try and get some shots off. But keep in mind, if he goes to attack and the longbows are able to fall back towards that town center, able to get that network of castle buff, it's going to make it very difficult for him to actually push into that. So he's going to need to get those rams out. Steeled Arrow actually going to be coming in instead of Siege Engineering. So looking to get that +1. Behind this, we do actually have Steeled Arrow already coming through for our other Strelbora, Demon Sheep. But he's now looking to get Iron Undermesh. It's about to come through for him. And at this point, you definitely have to say the favor goes over to Demon Sheep, but that's only on one condition. That's if they're fighting in a closed environment. As soon as it goes to like an open environment where there's an ability or the option for a flank, that's when it gets a lot harder. And you can see that Demon Sheep's actually done a great job just keeping scouts out here and looking. Like, he's got a scout sitting right here on this little cliff face. He's going to be losing this one in the middle, but he's just he's constantly monitoring the units that are coming in from his opponent. So really smart use of scouts here. And now the Strelbora are going to look to continue just holding out for the moment. Still yet to get this wall down. It's kind of frustrating me. I'm the kind of guy I need to get my walls completed immediately. Villager going to be moving over. Villager going to be dying very quickly. There's a scout out here going to be spotting it. Here goes the Villager. One shot, one kill. Strelbora. No, it was the other way around. The Strelbora took out the scout of his enemy. And they do manage to get that wall up. A lot of villagers in on that. 5 going for that wall. Strelbora sitting behind this. Looks like we've got an age up coming through for Caspar. So the play for him, actually go forward for a forward siege workshop. That's what I would love to see from him, and that's how you actually finish the game. So if you ever find yourself in this position, you know, you're going up against this, what do? You get a ram out, just one ram, that's all you need, just to slowly ram the front, and a mangonel, and then that's it. And the whole game changes. So I'd love to see from him like a forward siege workshop to come down. But now we actually see Demon Sheep beginning to push out. That age up about to finish. King's Palace obviously getting dropped down on the back lines here for Caspar. So he feels like he's in a decent position. But now Demon Sheep pushing out, breaking out of his egg. You know, what's that song? I'm thinking of it. It's like from, what's that teenage show where they're all singing? No, it's like, I want to break free. No, what's the other? I'm thinking of another one. It's like, oh, what's that song? The teenage... You guys know the one where they sing? Teenage singing something... It's something like that. Ah, God. Zac Efron was in it. High School Musical. Thank you, Loud119. Yes, that's the one. I'm like, what is it? I'm trying to remember. It's something about breaking free. Anyway, Demon Sheep breaking free like the High School Musical kids right now. But the main issue that Demon Sheep's going to have is, sure, he's dropping down this ram, but one mangonel is going to ruin his parade. And there's no siege workshop out at this point in time. You'd kind of hope that there would be. We'll have a look and see what the production is. There's actually no veteran longbows coming through yet either for Caspar. And despite being in the 3rd age, you'd kind of think that'd be a mandatory thing, or at least a veterancy coming out for the horsemen. But yeah, it doesn't look like he's got a lot of gold that's saved up at the moment. Still just now going to be able to get the veteran longbows out. It takes 30 seconds for these bad boys to come through. Compare that to the minute for everybody else. That's because they have that improved research time. But it looks like there might be a bit of a fight coming up right now as these battering rams are posturing. And now the outposts are looking down this hill. Fair bit of Strelbora in here right now. 40 Strelbora. We're just going to do some quick math. He's got 125 with 2 versus 7, so they do 5. So you're going to need 125, so you need 25 longbows to one-shot a horseman. So they're going to be able to one-shot these horsemen very easily. They should be able to be, they should be kiting back right now. There's actually knights coming out. This is going to be difficult. You can see that there's a little bit of a mistake with the Strelboras here. Actually now getting the spears onto the front line. The Strelbora trying their best to hold on. Veteran Strelbora now coming through as well. And this, I think, is probably going to be all she wrote. Those veteran Strelbora look incredibly strong and incredibly commanding. And now it looks like the longbows from that north side are going to be taken out as well as the flank comes in. Just those knights doing their best to try and roll around. Veterancy comes through, and it looks like Demon Sheep has tapped out. In the early game, Casper took a lot of sheep off in him, and it meant the Demon Sheep has gone back to where he came from, aka the underground, aka the hell, because he's Demon Sheep. You guys get it. Not a bad game right there. A little bit of a slow one, I will say that much. You can see the villager count, not too much difference between the two. Military count, it did begin to build up, but I think the real difference there is obviously fighting when your opponent has reached the third age and has got time for upgrades. So if you are able to push in and get in before their upgrades come through, then you're fine. But if you push in and they've got their upgrades, you're not going to have a good time. Not going to have a good time. Anyway, fellas, if you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you've enjoyed this one. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.